Wyatt Sick6 at Summerslam, maybe? Join me in today's
Unmissable.
The world is watching.
Hi guys, I'm Dave in real life, and this is another episode of Unmissable. Yeah, what a show last night. What an amazing, last 20 to 25 minutes. Obviously, I'm referring to the Wyatt Sick6 segment, of course. Yeah, honestly, we did the live watch along, and lots of talking points, especially from the Wyatt Sick6 point of view. Obviously, we knew that we was getting an Eric Rowan VHS video. We saw that being delivered on the Pat McAfee show of all places. Don't know why Pat McAfee was the target here, but yeah, even so, we've got the VHS tape. This dropped in the final third of the show. Very emotional. Eric Rowan asked how he was feeling, and of course he reflected on the loss of his brother. Well, brothers, as of course he'd only just lost John Huber probably a year or two before. So yeah, he'd lost his family. He found himself in a well, which he couldn't get out, but even says himself that he didn't want to get out, he didn't want to be saved, but then a hand did save him and pulled him out from his darkness, and that hand, of course, of Uncle Howdy. So it started off very somber at the beginning, and then it got positive near the end as he started to reflect on the future. And it seemed really positive. It's quite negative at the beginning to positive. So yeah, it was very interesting, and a big massive switch in what people anticipated, to be honest. So I really liked it. Very cool interview. Obviously, when I was watching it on the live stream, couldn't really take in what was happening. But obviously I've watched it again since, and yeah, very emotional, and lots of callbacks to the Wyatt family, and some good times for Eric Rowan. Hopefully he can have some good times with this new group as well. Then we got to backstage segment with Chad, but we saw him a couple of times throughout this show, saying he knew who Uncle Howdy is. He's going to expose Uncle Howdy to the world. And yeah, he was going to call out Bo Dallas. Also, he went looking for his old cohorts, the Alpha Academy. Obviously, they shunted him like he had shunted them. But a big takeaway from this little bit of a segment is that we saw Rambling Rabbit in the background. Like hiding or viewing, keeping a eye on Chad Gable. I don't really get this. I mean, I get what having the Wyatt Sick6 like little Easter egg things. I kind of get that, but 1 week you got Huskus, the big boy costume from Extreme Rules, and now you've got the puppet, Rambling Rabbit. Why couldn't they have just used the costume from Extreme Rules of Rambling Rabbit and have it in the background? Yeah, I'm a bit... Why the difference? If these are supposed to be portraying the puppets in the first place, why have they got the puppets in the background? I don't really get it. It doesn't make much sense that they're switching between both, like the costumes and the... Rambling Rabbit. I could be reading completely too much into it, but it just seems a little bit random, in fairness. If you're going to do a Easter egg, have the same Easter egg, have the Extreme Rules costumes. They make more sense as they were the characters brought to life in the first place, and not the puppets. I don't agree with the puppets being used. They weren't meant to be out in the open anyway, and this clearly looked like he was like looking, because he stood upright. Like I say, it's a little bit muddled for me. You do one or the other is fine, but I felt that were a little bit weird. But anyway, I digress. We move on. We did get Chad Gable in the ring, co-main event, so to say. It was before the night's main event, which was Sami Zayn versus Dragunov. He called out Bo Dallas, claiming, well, it was a big, bold expose, to be honest. Chad telling the world that Bo Dallas is Uncle Howdy. The secret is out. I think we realised who Uncle Howdy was the first time round when Bray was alive. I don't feel like we were only under any disillusion that this was anyone other than Bo Dallas, but hey-ho, the greatest expose ever. But then, obviously, Bo Dallas does come out to the ring as Bo Dallas. It's not as Taylor Wyndham, Taylor Rotunda, Taylor Wyatt or any of that. It's just Bo Dallas. He goes by his old name, which was very interesting. As he comes out to the ring, we are met by two suited gentlemen who attack Bo Dallas from behind. Yes, this would be the Creed boys. Obviously, we've been seeing this teased for weeks now. Yeah, Chad Gable has now aligned himself with the Creeds, a new Alpha Academy. I really feel that this could be a new Diamond Mind as well. But here we go. They did beat down Bo Dallas. They grabbed him into the ring in front of Chad, who helped out in preceding the beatdown. But throughout all of this, Bo was just laughing, enjoying it, taking the physical violence that these three was delivering, and he had a big massive smile on his face, laughing. No, I think because he knew what was in store for them. His pain was the loss of his brother. This wouldn't feel like anything. This would probably be easing that pain slightly, giving him something else to think about other than the loss. So yeah, just laughing in the face of adversity is definitely what was happening here. There was even one segment that Chad was said thank you in his usual way, and then Bo just looks at him and goes, "Oh, there you are." Enough to say that he's trying to get a certain side out of Chad Gable, maybe the shush and the thank you side of him back. You know, the babyface version that we had before. I don't know. But anyway, there you are seems to be something that Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy are using as some kind of catchphrase. So to look out for. Obviously, this would call out the rest of the Wyatt Six, who came out to a blue light and a massive silhouette in front of it. Absolutely awesome. This looked absolutely amazing. Nikki with the lantern, she led the way for this, the Wyatt Six, Dexter Lumis, of course, Joe Gacy, and of course Eric Rowan, who we saw earlier in the night with that VHS tape. They came to the ringside, and it wasn't long before Chad did a runner. He proper shit himself. He were out of there. Then the Creeds realised that it'd gone. They also disappeared as well. Honestly, I've never seen people move so fast. Yeah, so we've yet to actually see any kind of physicality from the Wyatt Six. Yes, I know when they first introduced like a month ago that there was that massacre backstage, but we never saw them throw a punch. We've never saw them kick anybody, and yet we still haven't. So yeah, we are looking like with Destination SummerSlam. I'm sure we will get Chad and the Creed boys against I would dare say Joe Gacy, Dexter Lumis and Eric Rowan. I feel that that's going to be the match. You have Bo Dallas and Nikki at ringside, and then obviously you will have Ivy Nile at the other side. I don't think Bo Dallas gets involved in this. I feel that he leaves it to his minions, his brotherhood, so to say. So yeah, I feel that could be the match. We haven't had anything announced match-wise, but I feel like we will in the up-and-coming weeks. Maybe by next week we will have a match actually scheduled for SummerSlam. I mean, honestly, Monday Night Raw, it was an okay show. I think this segment really delivered and pushed the score right up for me. So yeah, I think we were going for a 6.5, but then when this happened, bang, 7. out of 10 show. Obviously, lots of other stuff to talk about. Drew not being able to say sorry could cost him his match against CM Punk at SummerSlam. Just say sorry, man. Come on, Drew. It's simple. I'm sorry. But no, couldn't do it. Kicked off, so he's probably going to get suspended or another fine again. Bloody Drew, you'll never learn. But yeah, like I said, there was other bits as well. Liv Morgan will face Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. Obviously, we got that huge segment as well. Great storyline between them two. And of course, Dirty Dom made the square throughout this week's Monday Night Raw. But eventually, Mammy said, "You don't own me. I own you." So yeah, that was pretty cool. So yeah, it was a fun show in all. Obviously, the Wyatt Six is the one thing you're going to take away from this show, of course. Cannot wait to see how this develops over the next coming weeks and what actual matchup we are going to get at SummerSlam. So yeah, let me know what you thought of this segment in the comment section below. What were your take-home moments for Monday Night Raw as well? I've been Dave in real life. You guys have been awesome. Until the next time, bye for now.